Hi everyone, this is Chelsie Birks, and I started a blog about a year ago called My Glossy Life. And the journey of My Glossy Life has been interesting, and more than anything for you, my viewer, I think in the last year, it has been the challenge of my life. Not because of the content or not because of my desire or lack of ability to dream or the tools in which to be successful. What has made my glossy life such a challenge for me is it's having to dig into the core of my glossy life. My glossy life was formed, or the concept was formed, just over a year ago, and it came from the idea of glossy images in a magazine. I have loved him since I was small. Since I was a little girl, I can remember waiting for my mom's Spiegel catalog to arrive in the mail, and I would dissect every single page from the way that fashion was laid out. I remember all of the Ralph Lauren ads to the way that the home was laid out, and I remember feeling, even as a young girl, I want to create beautiful things, and I want to create beautiful atmospheres for people, and beautiful clothes, and help people feel amazing in their fashion and in their home and in their style. I ended up becoming a makeup artist and worked as a makeup artist all through college while I got my communications degree at Dallas Baptist University. And my job as an artist has blessed me tremendously and took me to amazing places, from red carpet events to celebrity work to behind the curtains of Fashion Week, and given me the opportunity to meet and connect with tremendous people. Somehow in the middle of all of those amazing things, there was this woman inside of me who wanted to come out. And I grew up in a Christian home. I became a Christian when I was 9 years of age, and I think that was the first time in my life where I really understood that I was never gonna be good enough for heaven. I was never gonna be righteous enough to attain a level of holiness that was expected of me, and that yet in the middle of that, Jesus chose to save me and redeem me and set me free from sin. And so in all these years in the fashion and beauty world, I felt like I've compartmentalized myself from being this person that I believe that God's called me to be, and to be this loving encouragement to people in the world, but yet I have a love for fashion. And so I felt split at both ends. And the Lord continues to remind me of his original call in my life. And that was that he told me he had called me to something very different that hadn't ever been done before. And the last 4 months of my life have been some of the greatest challenges for me. And the reason I'm putting this video together is because not only do I think it's going to hold me accountable, I want you as my audience to know where I'm coming from. I feel so called to love on women within the church and help style you and put outfits together and help you feel beautiful and amazing. Yet I love the art of fashion, and I love what fashion can do, and what a great outfit and a rockin' red lip can do for somebody. And so I think the truth of the matter is that I feel called to both places. And I am an achiever, and I love checking things off of a checklist. And I think my glossy life has been one of those things that I just wanted to check off of a list and say, okay, I'm either called here or I'm called here, rather than just saying I'm called to people. And I believe that I am called to people and called to encourage you. I have always said my short bio is I love Jesus, women, and makeup, and in that order. And I think it could be I love Jesus, women, and fashion, and everything fashion related. And I think what that means is it's like, I was sitting in a church service today and thinking about the stress that I've put on myself and the social media comparison that has encapsulated me in the last couple of months, and the number of things that have been on my plate, and the number of things that I have the opportunity to say yes to, and realizing I can't be everywhere, and I can't do everything and be everything for everyone. And feeling so stressed in the middle of that to say, how do I be like this person, or how do I be like that person, or how do I get to this level and do all those things with excellence. And don't misunderstand me. I think we are called to do our jobs with excellence. And I think that we are called to make an impact, and that we're blessed for the way that we do things in a right manner. But what I am saying is I sat in that church service, and a worship song just came on, and in 10 seconds, I was changed. I was re-impacted by the Lord. And I thought, there's nothing that a fashion designer can do for me what Jesus can do. And so I think I've been called to bring both to each of you. And so I am coming up on a very exciting season of an entire new brand launch for my Glossy Life. And what I want each of you to know is that what I think the Glossy Life and my Glossy Life is about is giving you permission to tell yourself that you can and that you will, whatever that is. I think each of us have gifts and talents that have been placed in us, and a desire to want to have impact. And as women, we want to feel like we are accepted. We want to feel like we're chosen, and that people want to be around us, and that they admire, whether it be our style, our career, our home, the way we set things up. We want the perfect life. And we want to present that we have the perfect life. And I think each and every one of us know, if we've lived a day on this planet, there is no such thing as perfection. And if I was to be truly honest, I would have to admit to you and tell you that it's been one of my biggest holdups in the last 3 months, is a strive for perfection, and a strive to have every image and every single post, every outfit piece, every story to be perfect. And I think I need to change my standard, not only for myself, but for you, to say what my Glossy Life is about is giving you permission to create a beautiful life. And I think what beauty is, something that the Lord said to me about 3 months ago, is that, my Glossy Life, and if you were to take lip gloss or glitter, all things that I love, sparkle, they're both beautiful and they're both messy. And I think that's the way that life is. Life is epically beautiful and it's epically messy. And if I can share parts of my mess with you that might encourage you and inspire you, I think that's when beauty is created in its rawest form. That's beauty for ashes. And what the Lord showed me is that that's the perfect picture of Calvary. Calvary was epically beautiful and it was epically messy. And rather than trying to show you a perfect life, I would like to show you one that is epically beautiful and epically messy. And I think that's my Glossy Life. That's my cover story. Those are pages to, my editorial. And I hope that you love what you are about to see. To those of you that have watched this video, thank you so much for allowing me to chat. I will have many of these coming forward, and you can respond to them, comment to them, ask more of what you would like me to talk about with the hashtag Chelsie Chats. And you can post those on my social media sites, on my Instagram, my Twitter, my Facebook. What I can commit to you and what I can promise you is that I will do everything that I possibly can to continue to be a real person to you. And even saying that now, I feel the fight for emotion, because I think that we want to show and reflect a perfect person. And I am not perfect. And as a matter of fact, in the last 2 months, I have been too godly and not godly enough, too religious, not religious enough, too heavy, too thin, too blonde, not blonde enough, even down to my teeth being too white and not white enough, too fashion forward, not fashionable enough, and stuck somewhere in the middle of all of these places. And I've had to take some time over the last 2 weeks to step back and say, who am I? And who do I believe that God has called me to be and created me to be? And is my focus on my Creator and encouraging people to see Him in the things that I do on a daily basis, all the way down to the style of clothes that I wear. So just know, I am committed to, as difficult as it may be, to bringing you a real person, epic beauty and epic mess and all. And I think in that's where we create beautiful pages to a beautiful story that people want to read. I'm Chelsie Birks, and this is my Glossy Life.